at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The kicker, Chris Boswell, has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
This is Aaron Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Rodgers. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing is Rodgers. They'll roll him out. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
T.J. Watt, the all-pro, in there to take him down. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3-and-out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return.
And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
Just shy of midfield at the 48.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett. Fires the out route and completes it to Harris. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field. Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Slant route, and he's got Freiermuth.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, and see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called, and you want to see how the defense reacts.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
A first carry for Najee Harris.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
Open man here, Sims complete.
And he will have a Steelers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Pickett now on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
These two teams all tied after one. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Pickett to throw on first down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Pickett.
He gets it complete to Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Johnson's got it complete. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now Pickett on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score. Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And the Packers pick it up. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we went to a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because He really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
From the 38, Pickett. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
1st and 10, here's Pickett.
Dancing to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score.
Here's Sims now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down.
Pickett back to throw. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Pickett. Setting up the screen, Harris.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Pickett right back to the air again.
It's brought in by Harris. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett.
Steps away to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And some room to work.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 18-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. They're going to run the jet sweep. It's Cobb with it, trying to run inside, but nothing there. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
This is Lazard with a catch out left.
And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal. They nearly had the touchdown, but he's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon. Jones is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 2nd and goal, Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tonyan
from 3 yards out.
And the Packers have broken our tie and have taken a 4th-quarter lead.
Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around.
On 2nd down, this is Harris.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Now Pickett. Pass complete to Harris. On the move past the 40.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Looking to throw here. Pickett. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Pickett to throw. A short one there to Freiermuth.
The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Here's Pickett.
And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. The quick slant caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Third and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Pickett.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down.
This is caught. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Nixon now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he will get a good amount of yardage back on 2nd down, but the clock still runs.
Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
So it's the Steelers who will have the first chance to go down and score here in overtime as we are back underway.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
Completes this one to Pickens.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Pickett's throw complete to Freiermuth.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll throw again with Pickett. And here's Freiermuth again.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. This is a big spot for a rookie QB in overtime. It's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
Yeah, starting to put together a nice drive. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it. Because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
The quick slant caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Kenny Pickett finding Pat Freiermuth.
Extra point now by Boswell. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Nixon now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. First throw of overtime for Rodgers.
Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. When you're trying to win a game in overtime, I don't know that there's too many more in the history of the game you want under center than Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I think a lot of it's because he can beat you so many different ways. All right, he can beat you with the big shot downfield. Heck, if you need a Hail Mary, no one throws it better than Aaron Rodgers. But just when you think you've got him corralled in, when you've got pressure on him, he uses his legs to escape and create another big play, whether he's running it or extending it so a receiver gets open. I think he embraces overtime, and he embraces the spotlight that comes with it.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
Cameron Sutton.
He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together, and I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely, that would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. Powers through him. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Touchdown! Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Rodgers will throw for it, and he will get into the end zone as they will indeed claim a 1-point lead.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.